welcome. You're watching Money, Money, Money. I'm Sumaira Abdi. After nearly 1 year of decoding the nuances of personal finance, it's only natural that we try and step back a little bit and answer the questions that you, our viewers, want to ask. Pankaj Mathpal of Optima Money Managers is our expert, and he's joining in to help you with your financial planning. So let's get started with your queries. Joining in first up is Niladri Chaudhary. Hi, Niladri.
Hello, hi.
Hi, how are you? What's your question?
Well, I did ask about my retirement planning. So I'm looking at retiring shortly.
Okay, you're 41, I understand.
I'm 41.
Okay, do you want to take us through the kind of retirement corpus or something that you might have so
the
far?
The corpus I do have is valued at around 3.1 CR.
Okay.
Split across debt funds as well as equity, direct equity, indirect equity, ULIPs. And I would be getting a net post-tax return of about 30 lakhs per annum.
Okay.
Besides that, my current job is paying me about 22 lakhs per annum. That is again post-tax and retirals. I do have a retirement investment home valued at about 1.6 CR today, which is on rent, and it's getting me about 4 lakh rupees rent per annum. And I'm living in my own apartment, which is valued at about 2.2 CR.
Okay. So why are you calling us?
Can I retire?
Oh, Niladri, I wish I was in your place right now. It sounds, I don't know. Pankaj, is he good to retire now?
See, though he has sufficient money, I'll say, really means he has accumulated good wealth. But the only concern is that because he's very young, he's 41 years old. So because of advancement in medical science, now life expectancy has gone around 90 years in many cases or beyond that. So considering like his 12 lakh per annum expenses now, you can expect to become around 1.68 crore when you are 80 years. So that's why means how long that money will last, that is a question. Because inflation will remain there, it will keep your expense will keep increasing with time. So that's why, though you have good amount of money, but if you can postpone retirement by some more years, that will be better for you.
All right, Niladri, I'm going to tell you, I'm with you on this, but Pankaj is the voice of reason, so you got to listen to him. Thanks very much for calling in, and all the best. Enjoy. Next up, BG Krishna Rao calls in from Bangalore. Hi, Mr. Krishna Rao, how can we help you?
I'll be retiring in another 3 months.
Okay.
So my income from all my sources during retirement will be around 75 lakhs. So I am already holding around 35 lakhs in mutual funds and local equity, 10 lakhs in equity.
Okay.
So I may get around 12,000 pension per month, and my wife is a earning member with 50,000 per month her salary. So my expected monthly expense will be around 1 lakh.
Okay.
Due to my son's education, it may be a period of another 1 year, 1.5 years. So housing loan EMI plus expenses for the month. Suggest me the ways and means of investment of my end benefits so that I get some decent returns.
Okay.
I want to park my funds I don't want to park in FDs which attracts tax on interest earned. So next 1 year I need monthly cash flow of around 35,000 from my investment.
Okay.
So this will meet the total expenditure of 1 lakh per month, considering my wife's salary and my pension. So let me know how best I can invest my money to meet the short-term requirements and long-term investments. So how do you distribute money in various instruments?
All right.
What do you suggest about PMS?
Okay, good question. Pankaj, so he would have, I guess, a corpus in excess of about 1 crore, considering his the retirement benefits plus the savings investments that he already has. He has an inflow of about 60,000 rupees a month, his wife's salary plus his pension. But post-retirement, he still needs an outgo of about 1 lakh a month a year. For 1 year.
So concern is that because of a retired person, the most important thing is liquidity, safety of that corpus what he has accumulated, and as well as returns, because you have to survive on that money for longer time. So considering these all factors, though he said that he doesn't want to invest in fixed deposit because of tax applicable on interest. But I'll say that some part of his money he must invest in senior citizen savings scheme, though there also on interest you have to pay tax. But safety wise we can say that it is a good scheme for retired people. So senior citizen saving scheme, that is one. Second thing is post office monthly income scheme, that should also be considered. After this, definitely, as I said, that you need to earn good returns on your investment to beat inflation. So that is why some allocation must be there in equity. So either you go for equity mutual funds and as well as some debt oriented mutual funds. So you make your portfolio where after these assured return investment, you are investing your money in different asset classes like equity and debt, but through mutual funds.
All right, Mr. Krishna Rao, I hope that answers all your questions.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks very much for calling in, Mr. Krishna Rao. Next up, Rajesh Jambulkar writes to us from Pune. He says that he is a 30-year-old IT professional. His wife is also working, and together they earn about 1 lakh rupees a month. So they have a young son who's less than a year old at present. Their expenses are high at 75,000 rupees a month, but remember it includes a home loan EMI of about 40,000. Now they will get possession of this flat soon, so they'll be able to add another 12,500 to their monthly savings, which is the rent that they are currently paying. And they have about 5 lakh rupees in savings. He has a 1 crore term plan. Medical insurance is provided by employers to both. So far, they invest only in PPF and an ELSS scheme. So now Rajesh is seeking a lot of answers and extensive financial planning. So I'm going to try and break it up, Pankaj, into a few parts. So first up, it's his life goals. So he has a near-term goal, which is to buy a car. Okay. He also wants to plan for his son's education, which would be a medium-term goal. For that, he needs about 25 lakhs in 18 years' time. Finally, he wants to do his retirement planning, which means that Rajesh wants to actually accumulate 2 to 3 crores in about 27 years.
Here, because like he wants to buy a car in near term. So for that, investment in debt-oriented mutual funds or some fixed deposit will be a better choice. For child education and retirement, because he has sufficient time. For this, yes, he must have allocation in different asset classes, but equity exposure should be higher, because in long term equity has always outperformed other asset classes.
All right, now the second part of his question is that he owns some land, which is I think estimated at a value of about 12 lakhs. So he wants to know, should he sell this and use it to prepay his outstanding home loan, which is about 17 lakhs. So he wants to be, his goal is to be debt free.
So it's a good idea to be debt free, because we always say that first repay your debt and then think about investment. But here that land itself is also good investment. If it is at a good place and he expects that returns will be higher than the interest he is paying on his home loan, so he may change his mind. It's better to keep that plot of land for some time and earn good returns on that, and then he can repay his loan. Because on loan, one good part is that in your income tax also you get benefit on the interest what you pay.
Okay, and finally getting back to his life goals, so he says that he can invest about 30,000 rupees a year in SIP. So would that at present be enough to go on to meet his various goals? And if he should increase it, how much should it be increased to?
See, it will not be sufficient, because though returns are not guaranteed in mutual fund, but taking average returns of equity and debt, if I say 10% from his portfolio, it may not be sufficient for his retirement as well as for child education. But to start with, 30,000 is a good amount. He can increase this by 5 to 7% every year, which will help him achieving his goal.
All right, Rajesh, I hope that's helpful for you. We need to take a very quick break. On that note, we'll come back in a bit. When we return, we'll be answering some more queries sent in by our viewers. Stay tuned.